We're recording.
Oh, so want me to record it now?
Yeah, we're recording, so. How do I look?
Great.
Cool. Yeah, so these are original works of art. And my goal here is to tell the story of 10-9. But, you know, 10-9 can be boring, so let's talk about some other things, shall we? Might as well. Hey everybody, welcome to iSEE109. I'm your host, Larry Wiggs. I'm here with my lovely wife, Randy Marie. She's behind the camera. And my lovely daughter. She's behind the camera as well, Robyn. All right. There's no script. So this is just what we're doing. Los Angeles is home to Little Ethiopia. And I created this work right here in honor of Sahai Esabi Hayes. And Sahai was like an aunt. She was a friend to my mother, and she helped raise me and my sister, but I had no idea the depth of her character and who she was until she passed. And I developed an appreciation for Little Ethiopia, or basically for all things Ethiopian. And I had no idea her connection to Ethiopia. In 1972, Sahai was representing Watts, California as Miss Watts. And she traveled all the way to Ethiopia and met His Imperial Majesty, Haile Selassie. And she helped develop Little Ethiopia. She made Little Ethiopia what it is today. So this is a work of art paying homage to Sahai. Okay, now as we go forward, Randy, I shouldn't be talking to the camera. I need to be talking to you.
Okay.
So I need your participation, and let's get it.
Okay,
let's
get
go. It. Like talk method. What's going on? No, we're not pausing it. We're just keeping it rolling for like 10 minutes.
Can you do clips?
I was going to say, did you want me to ask you questions?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, what? Okay, what's going on?
We'll mix it up.
Yeah, we can mix it up for sure. Okay, so, all right, so let's go. But you still have to film, so let's go.
I have a question. What was your first work of art?
What was my first work of art?
Is it displayed here?
Yeah, the first work has to be Black Jesus 10-9.
Okay.
And Black Jesus 10-9 is a representation of, Black Jesus. Like, there's a controversy of, what Jesus looked like, and for me, Jesus is black. Jesus has always been black, but I didn't see representations of, Black Jesus. And so this is me creating that representation, because the men I represent in this painting, these are all Black Jesuses to me in one form or the other.
And for that particular piece, it was also explained in a podcast or a previous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So for other listeners out there, they can refer back to that.
Yep. So what I'm doing is I'm using all of my my arms, whether it's YouTube, whether it's podcasting, Instagram, and a blog site. I have all of these avenues, these venues to share my story of 10-9. So.
And you also go out into the community as well.
Oh, for sure. We keep it local, keep it, Crenshaw. We're right here. We're on Crenshaw right now, and supporting a Black business, because we are unapologetically Black. This is intentional, completely intentional. This is what we do. So,
Okay. What about that fresh one right there to your right?
All right.
Explain that.
So this is a throwback to Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know, we grew up watching the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I borrowed from Will Smith's rap. You know, Will Smith rapped, he said, in West Philadelphia, born and raised on a playground, you know, all of that. And then he said something to the effect, held the cab, and when he came near, the license plate said fresh, and it had dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say this cab was rare, but I thought to myself, yo, homes to Bel-Air, y'all forget it. No, he said, no, forget it, yo, homes to Bel-Air. Matter of fact, I'm gonna recite the rhyme if I remember it. Let's see if I remember.
Go for it.
All right. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. She said, you're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel-Air. And then it cut to, I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresh, and it had dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say this cab was rare, but I thought to myself, yo, forget it, yo, home's to Bel-Air.
Nice.
I messed it up a little bit, but
I couldn't tell.
Cool.
So is that also in reference to a story that happened to you or an experience?
Can you believe it? Like, so 10-9, those are my numbers, because that's my birthday. But I'm writing this story and I'm talking about these numbers, and I happen to borrow these lyrics from Will Smith from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because what he described in his rap was something I experienced. He said the cab pulled up and it had fresh. Fresh is his name, the Fresh Prince.
Right.
Well, I was in the desert, and the taxi that pulled up had my numbers on it, 10-9. So that was like the same story that Will Smith was talking about, the cab experience. And so after I had that experience and I tried to convey my experience, I borrowed his lyrics, and then the craziest thing happened. Like, it's Will Smith, he's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So when I wrote those lyrics, or when I borrowed his lyrics, I didn't even know that in Los Angeles, the Bel-Air Fire Department is number 109 or 10-9.
Wow.
I didn't even know that when I wrote that. So that's just what happened. So this is like, this story of 10-9 is deep, you know.
So a lot of your stories are embedded into the artwork. Would you say these are coincidences? Or I know some of the people that you interview, they wouldn't call it a coincidence, but they would call it something else. What would you call it, or how would you explain it?
Wow. I would have to look into Carl Jung, the psychoanalyst from back in the day. Like, he said these are like, what is it? You know, I forgot what he described it, but in his lifetime, he experienced things and he referenced them as synchronicities.
Oh, right. That's right.
So yeah, what I'm talking about in my poem has nothing to do with a coincidence, because at this point, this has happened too many times. It's just, and it happens to me too many times for it to be a coincidence. Like, nah, let's say it's a coincidence, fine.
Okay.
Let's just say that my poem is about something that I noticed. I just happen to notice these things, you know? Maybe you notice things and, you know, you're gonna write a poem about it or what have you. Well, this is my poem, so it is what it is.
Okay. Is there a piece of artwork you would like to discuss that comes to mind, or you have so many like pieces of art?
Wow. Not really. How are we doing? We're good? How long is that video right now? We'll take a break.
9, okay.
9 minutes? Yeah, we'll stop it.
Okay.
Stop.
Window seat surfing on the wing. As an adolescent, I dreamed of big things. to the top of the mountain to see the scene. Petty rap, don't want